more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up, I could re-up.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run on first down. It's Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 29. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, switch gears. General, west.
Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. come out throwing here on first down.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. That catch good for only a couple. This defense for the Jets, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Mike 17. Mike 17. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pistol, McCaffrey, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ashton Davis able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. These two teams all tied after one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 68 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. McCaffrey, and he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Quick slant to Brown.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Under 10, 10.
Got an open man, it's Scott. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. He'll have a first down past the 40. And how about that for just running out the clock? The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Steps away to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jackson now to return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall, a nice little juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
114 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there gets him down to the 6-yard line.
It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Christian McCaffrey
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hall, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Avonte Maddox. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go play action with Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie Aaron Stokes.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd and long. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Ashton Davis
able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A little juke. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he's forced out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Mike 17.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And this is caught. It's Brown. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
crystal